So my name is Luswabi Joseph. I'm the Special Project Manager at Marula Protein. We do production of black soldier fly larvae, recycling of organic waste from the cities into feed for animals, food for plants, carbon for the earth, and employing the future. So we started in 2018, but this started as research. So we were basically looking how best can we actually solve the 4 major problems that were into Uganda. One of the major problems that we had was the lack of a reliable source of animal feed that we can use in our animal production. We looked at what is the current feed that was being used, which is the silverfish. But then the matter of fact that they add a lot of sand actually lowers the nutrient composition of this feed. 2, farmers having a reliable source of fertilizers to use. So what was actually on the market was fertilizer that is imported, very expensive, and at times labels that were placed on the packaging materials was not actually the nutrient composition inside. So farmers were being cheated. 3, which is actually the major cause, Kampala generates over 3,800 tons of waste on a daily basis, of which 70% of this is organic waste. This is a huge problem, not only to Kampala as a city, but then to all the cities. And getting a reliable system that is actually going to recycle this organic waste was a problem. So Protein actually has the solution to manage this waste on a commercial basis while producing results that are going to impact the world. Because once this waste is actually taken to the landfill, it's going to release the greenhouse gases. These, we are looking at the globe, climate change, so it's already changing the climate. But then what if we don't have to actually worry of the organic waste, because we know it's going to actually be diverted and then the carbon is going to be put somewhere else? Then that would be a solution. Then the 4th problem, the high unemployment of our youths. If you look at Protein, our business, we're actually not actually eliminating any of the industries. We are promoting the existing industries, supporting and creating a new line of industry that is going to actually bring a lot of people with, it is going to require their expertise. So we are creating a new virgin industry to employ lots of youths. We are looking at employing at least 2,500 youths. So we are playing around with the life cycle of a fly. The fly will lay the eggs will hatch into the larvae will now further grow into the pupa. Every step here gives us what we're actually doing. Now, how do we do this? It all starts from the market. What you will see here at our recycling plant is the second process. Since we don't have a waste separation system, we begin with sorting of the organic waste in the markets, so that we can attain high purity and we are very sure that what we get is what we're actually going to use in our production line. Once this waste is delivered, as you have actually looked at it, it is going to be processed using the new lines of machines that we have actually attained, making it a paste and then stored into the drums so as to ferment. In the process of fermenting, we are already cutting off the oxygen, initiating anaerobic respiration, and eliminating some of the pathogens that would not actually work without oxygen. We shall leave it for just a period of 3 to 4 days to 1 week, and then take it into the mixing. In the mixing, we are looking at getting a uniform composition that is going to be used as feed for the larvae. In the feeding, we are going to use 90 to 95% organic waste, as you see. And then, after it is thoroughly mixed very well, we now input it into the crates at a consistent density. At this plant, we actually do the production of just 2 stages. We have the larvae and the pupa. In our breeding site, we automate the process so that we can attain a high output from every cage. So, on a daily basis, we take the pupa to Namamve, where we have our breeding center, into the automated greenhouse. In the automated greenhouse, we are looking at obtaining a constant and optimum temperature, optimum humidity, and optimum light. When we have all these parameters, then we can guarantee a high egg output. When the eggs are obtained, they are going to be put into the automated incubator so that we obtain every every egg has to hatch into a baby larvae. The baby larvae will only stay for 5 days, and then we bring them to this site. Now, it's the baby larvae that we shall input onto the crate to do the recycling of the organic waste. The baby larvae are very small, and they will grow 30 times their initial body size, feasting on this organic waste that is input into the crate. It will take only 7 days for this organic waste to be actually fully utilized by the larvae. The larvae will grow 30 times their initial body size. Then they will take in the feed, being broken down by the enzymes, and they pass out a poo. Now, the poo is a byproduct, which we shall talk about as an organic waste. Now, the larvae will be taken actually to process, and then we further get the products that we shall sell onto the market. So, when we look at who buys our products, so for the feed, we have our biggest clientele as the pig farmers, really doing well. As well, we also have the poultry farmers for the feed, because once we take out the oil, it's really good, and some farmers have actually tested and they've seen promising results on the poultry. So it works very well when you lower the fat. When we look at the fertilizer, we are looking at coffee farmers, who are our biggest clientele, and then we are looking at farmers who are going to do vegetables, farmers doing citrus, farmers doing maize, soybean. It is across. We started as a research. We had small containers. We're now talking of thousands of crates. We initially started with recycling 100 kilograms of organic waste. We are now doing 12 tons of organic waste every day. This is a massive achievement. 2, very few people know about what we do in terms of the products, but then we are currently outstocked on the feed. So that is massive. Getting big pre-orders on the fertilizer is really massive. Knowing that our fertilizer is one of the most virgin products that is going to actually change the agriculture sector of the nation, like Uganda, and then having a system that is really worth scalable to all the cities. So what we have is not a local solution. It is something that is for the entire nation and for the entire globe. Scaling this system to manage the accumulating quantities of organic waste. Our first future plan is already on ground, as you've seen the new line of machinery, which is looking at actually increasing the recycling of waste. We are looking at recycling 95 tons